Yo, what's happening, world? B Marsh Boxing, and I'm back at it with another post fight review. Big upset tonight, and Mikey Garcia had it covered. 20-month layoff, been out the ring, man. Fake fighting the man, Regis Prograis. You know what I mean? He's been trying to look for easy fights. That's why he's over here on the zone, fighting a nobody, a guy we've never heard of by the name of Sandor Martin from Spain. Okay, and Sandor Martin, this guy came tonight very confident in what he had in his skill set, and he boxed an excellent fight tonight. You know what I mean? The first round was a round that I gave to Martin. It could have gone either way. You know, Martin was throwing his jab, and so was Mikey. Both guys were using a lot of feints. Neither guy did much. More of a fill out round. I gave it to the Spaniard, and I gave round two to the Spaniard. And right, even before one start ended in the second round, Mikey Garcia and Martin were fighting, and the lights cut off in the whole arena. You know, it was even outdoors, but they had a blackout. But it was for real quick for like 15 seconds. Then the lights came back on, and business resumed. And that's when I started to see this guy's skill set. This Martin guy, Sandor Martin, he was moving excellent for the southpaw. It was a moving away from Mikey's left straight right hand. You know what I mean? Because Mikey got a beautiful one too. That's the best part of his repertoire of his game. The man Sandor Martin was pivoting to the right, had perpetual movement. You know what I'm saying, sticking and moving with the jab. You know what I mean? Counter punching. You know what I mean? He was Mikey Garcia was definitely throwing more punches and bunches as far as volume punching. But for the most part, this guy was getting out the way of these punches mostly with his feet. You know what I mean? And also throwing counter punches, throwing whether it's the right uppercut or a beautiful check right hook. And he was playing a mind game with the man Mikey Garcia. From the outside looking in, we watching the fight. We see this guy at times got his back on the ropes. He was really luring the man Mikey Garcia in, so Mikey Garcia can throw some combinations and open up, and then he can swing that uppercut in there or that check right hook, trying to get the F up out of dodge and get off the ropes. You know what I mean? Because Mikey Garcia was catching him with the 1-2, breaking him down with the jab, jabbing, then blind him with the jab and throw the right hand. And this guy Martin knew if he stood toe to toe, and he did at times too. The guy wasn't on his bicycle all night, never that. You know what I mean? He was in the first half of the fight. In the second half of the fight, he was strategically mixing it up, staying on the ropes, standing toe to toe, but not so much in the center of the ring, mostly closer to the ropes so he could lure Mikey Garcia in, especially in the second half of the fight. And this fight only went 10 rounds, which was actually in favor of the Spaniard, you know what I mean? Because he was winning rounds, you know what I mean, from the first half of the fight to the second half. And Mikey Garcia, he looked a little flat in there as far as very telegraphing, just really basic with his double jab with the jab and then to throw the right hand. You know what I mean? This guy had a nice repertoire at times. That for the southpaw, he was throwing a long, straight left hand to the gut. You know what I mean? Not so much hooking, throwing straight punches. You know what I mean? When he was hooking, it was more to the head with the check right hook. And I thought the right man won this fight. You know what I mean? I thought Mikey Garcia, I only really gave him 4 rounds. You know what I mean? I gave him rounds 3 and 4 and 6 and 7. 8, 9, and 10, I gave it to the Spaniard, and I gave him the first 1 and 2 and the fifth round. You know what I mean? So Sandor Martin, man, he came and upset the apple cart tonight. I don't know if a lot of people seen this coming or if anybody at all seen this coming. Cause sure enough, I did not. I ain't even know who this guy was. I mean, I was like, wow, look at Mikey Garcia is not fighting Regis Prograis to fight this guy. Well, this is what we call classic boxing phrase, cherry picking gone wrong. And Mikey Garcia deserves everything that he got tonight. Congratulations to the judges at that. Majority decision. One judge saw it in favor of this, or they had it a draw. But I really thought this guy won this fight 6-4, and I'm glad they gave the right man the victory tonight. Unrivaled Boxing Talk. What's happening? Unrivaled in the chat. Big up. He says, Mikey Mikey was awful. Yeah, he looked bad tonight. Fought outside of Spain. I mean, man, from Sweden, and here he is. Two losses on Mikey's resume. I believe he's like 40 something. What's happening, Mike? He says, I'm not surprised. Before the pandemic years ago, the homie met Mikey Garcia at the club in San Jose. Mikey was trashed. That's what I knew it was going to be a downhill from there. Yeah, that'll do it. That'll do it, especially if you're a professional athlete in a game like boxing. You can drink all you want after boxing. You know what I mean? Get all bent out of shape all you want. But during your fight years, you gotta be disciplined. You gotta be like a hermit. You know what I mean? You know, to really maximize your talent and your skills, you gotta cut all that shit out. Mikey loves his vehicles too. You know, he has a big passion for cars. And you know, these paydays he's getting, you know, from the zone, he's stealing money. You know, the guy's comfortable. Unlike the Spaniard who came, who was very hungry, and he said he's going to box Mikey's ears off, and he sure did in 6 rounds to get the dub. You know what I mean? So this guy came in confident, probably knew what skill set he has. Because when I watched the second half, when the lights cut back on in that second round, when there was a blackout for like 15 seconds, then the fight resumed. It's like this guy got a rejuvenation, man. He had a whole different look on him, like his movement, you know what I mean, and just his patience and not withering under the storm and panicking when Mikey had him on the ropes and throwing combinations. A lot of them missed, you know what I mean? If Mikey threw 6 punches, one got in. But the cleaner, sweeter punches, more accurate punches came from this guy, especially with them check right hooks to get up off the ropes. You know what I mean? So that's a good W for this guy, man. And big ups in boxing. Anything can happen. You know what I mean? You sleep on anybody, you're not on your A game, you're gonna get caught slipping, and you're gonna get caught. You're gonna lose to like just like Mikey Garcia did tonight. Now, Mikey Garcia's dreams of becoming a five-time world champion like Manny Pacquiao and other guys, because he really was trying to become a four-time champ like Pacquiao. He did that. Five-time, he can't do that. It's a wrap now. You know what I mean? I'm not sure he beats anybody in and around 140, 147. He ain't going back down to 135. So Mikey Garcia, hey man, his best days behind him. Now it's boxing. Guys could get a W, you know, after coming from losses, like my man Mark Too Sharp Johnson did it. Roberto Duran did it when guys wrote him off. Guys have come back to get W's. You know what I mean? Who else? Fellas like Daniel Zaragoza at the bantamweight. You know, when he came was at bantamweight, then he went up to 122 and got a strap many years after losing that bantamweight. So, you know, guys could come back. You know what I mean? No need to Donaire, a current guy who looked like his best days were behind him in 2014, 2015, when he was looking like trash, looking like ass against, what's that Mexican? What's his name? Suarez. Jorge Suarez or somebody. And then he lost to Diego Magdaleno. His best days we thought were behind him. All he's done after that was win 2 world titles ever since, you know what I mean? So, but, you know, Mikey Garcia, we'll see, man. We shall see. I just think there's too much talent and guys bigger than him because he's not a natural 140-pounder nor a natural welterweight. So that's where he's going to have difficulties, you know what I mean? Sweet Pea fan, what's up, Sweet Pea fan? Long time, my G. Cesar Juarez, my man. Thanks for reminding me. Yeah, exactly. Cesar Juarez. Yes, the guy from Mexico who Donaire won I think it was a vacant title at the time. But he says, Sweet Pea fan says, Mikey out here looking like AB. Exactly. And this was like the third southpaw he's fought. And there's, I don't know, you know, he's fought AB. I'd probably say in his last 5, 6 fights, he fought AB, he's fought Errol Spence, and he fought this guy tonight. He better stay away from southpaws. except from Adrian Broner, who could have won that fight too, but he be playing himself. But big ups to everybody in the chat, man. Big upset tonight. Mikey Garcia. This is what we call cherry picking gone wrong. And that's what his ass gets. Big ups to everybody who came through in the channel. I'm going to catch y'all on the next one. I'm gone. What?